Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and today we're going to be talking about why I am going to skip Jeume. Now, I may take a long shot at pulling for her, but I'm not going to go to pity. I'm not going to actively try and pull her, and we're going to talk about why. We're going to talk about the changes in global. We're going to talk about other units coming out in the future. Let's go ahead and dig in. First off, there is a lot to consider when we are talking about pulling for Jeume. The first thing to consider is whether she's going to be right for your account. The second thing to consider is, are you going to have Visior to pull for other units? Are there other units coming down the pipeline that you're going to want, right? We have 4 more Crystal Warriors coming out, which are all 100 cost units. We have Final Fantasy VI coming out. We have potentially Persona as well coming out. All of this coming out is going to be happening over the course of the next 3 to 4 months. And you have to think about your Visior, you have to think about your account. And we are kind of in the middle of a marathon, not necessarily a sprint, for limited time units. And because of that, I think it's important that we maybe need to change the perception or style that we kind of approach the game with. I, for one, have usually approached the game with, I like all the units. I'm going to try and pull and max all the units. And, I may do that a little bit slower than other people because I kind of want to do it optimally and I don't want to, quote unquote, waste a lot of money, right? But that's kind of been my approach for a long time as a whale and as a spending player. And I think what's happening is I'm going to have to shift that, and I'm kind of starting with Jeume because I can't keep up with the amount of limited time units, the amount of 100 cost units that Gumi is releasing. And I think there are some good things and some bad things about this. And I think, of course, people are going to be quick to jump to, Gumi is greedy, right? Like, it's really easy to jump on that train. But I also think releasing these type of limited units, people having to make decisions whether to pull or not pull, also is going to add some uniqueness to players' accounts, right? And I think that's kind of what we have to think about going forward over the next couple of months. What units are going to be really important for our accounts? What units are, kind of must pulls for the element composition that you're running? In my situation, I don't think Jeume for my account is a must pull. Absolutely, I think she's going to be really good for the majority of players. And I think there is no doubt that she is going to be the best tank in the game. Zero doubt about that. No doubt she's going to be really powerful against light evasion meta, right? Because she does have some 100% hit attacks and she does have very high attack. She's going to be very powerful working with, the wind units that we have, and particularly Christmas Luartha that we have as well. There's a lot of good reasons to pull for Jeume. And I think I could make the case to, pull for Jeume for my account if I wanted to, but I need to make a decision on where I'm going to spend my money, how I'm going to invest my resources, and what units I kind of want in the long run. And for me, I have all of the other tanks in the game. I have GL Zazan. I pretty much have any unit you would want except for Ramza or Pumpkin Spice Frederica. And when I'm thinking about, what Jeume would bring for me, no doubt what Jeume would do for me is kind of make me a meta composition, right? She would probably enable me to run like a wind meta composition for a couple weeks, couple months, and probably a couple weeks because it shifts so quickly. But then I would probably be doing something else, right? So when I'm thinking about it, I'm looking at what is also coming in the future, what units I want to pull, and the unit that I'm really passionate about currently is Terra. I want Terra, even though I know Celeste is way better. I want Terra, and I also want Setia. My fire composition team is really weak in comparison to most of my other teams, and I really loved Setia's performance in the tournaments that were going on JP when I saw them. And I really think Setia is going to be a very powerful unit that is going to offer dynamic and range to my account that it does not currently have. You guys can hear my my cat meowing in the background here. So when I'm thinking about the future, I'm thinking about Setia. I'm thinking about, you know, I'm probably going to end up doing both Celeste and Tifa. So if I'm pulling for Setia, do I pull for any other Crystal Warrior units? And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't want to pull for all of these 100 cost units. I might do a pull if there is a banner in the future on the global side for, like, you know, 25% chance to get Jeume, right? Or, you know, pay 6K paid viz and get a chance to get one Crystal Warrior, right? That is something I might do in the future. But in terms of my account and in terms of, you know, balancing both my spending and kind of maintaining the same level of spending on the game that I've always had, which is about $500 per month. I try not to spend more than that on the game because honestly, it is a game. And as a business, I have to budget, I have to plan, very similar to anyone else who is spending on this game, right? So I try to keep my budget around there, and you know, it's just not keeping up with it anymore. The game is going in a different direction. And like I said, you guys, you know, there's people who are going to be angry about this, no doubt. People who are going to be upset. I tend to try and look on the more positive side, which is that, you know, people are going to have unique accounts. People might not all have Jeume and Setia and all the Crystal Warriors, right? Making a choice to get the Lightning Crystal Warrior. Like, he's not even like game breaking amazing as far as I can tell. But if you had him, not a lot of people are going to be chasing him, I feel like. So, you know, it's going to give something that is unique in a way to your account. So I'm really interested to see how the next couple of months play out. I'm really excited to see, you know, maybe we're going to get some more, you know, some more global units. Maybe we're going to get some more, you know, we have in March, we have the Final Fantasy Origins, is it called, game coming out? So maybe in March we'll get a Final Fantasy Origins collaboration, right? You know, who knows what's going to be happening and what else is coming down the pipeline for us. So it's kind of exciting new territory. And I think, you know, having a shift in how you view the game, you know, I think a lot about Cabbage's Zen approach, and kind of how he's talked about his Zen approach quite frequently. And I think that is kind of a shift that a lot of us are going to have to make, right? A lot of whales are going to have to kind of adopt a free-to-play player mindset. You're going to have to kind of decide, even if you're spending, what units you're going to want and what units you're not going to want. Maybe not free-to-play, maybe a dolphin mindset would be more accurate. But yeah, I'm curious what all of you guys think about this, what all of you guys kind of feel, and you know, I get there's a lot of frustration, but also, like, I'm kind of excited at the same time. Like, I wish I had every single unit, but I think we're at a point where we're going to have to kind of fight against FOMO, right? And see it more as like, you know, I'm getting this unit and my account's going to be a little bit unique in this way. And, you know, especially if they keep up the limited unit trend going forward, I could see us having very unique compositions in the future where, you know, someone who pulled a unit that was not thought of to be meta, and then like a new global exclusive unit like Ibarra comes out, and all of a sudden Ibarra and that unit pair really well together. I would love to see kind of metas and futures where, you know, we don't just have a wall of Fina, Jaden, and Engelbert, right? Where we have a wall of kind of a variety of unique formations and teams. And I think this may shift that, hopefully. But we'll have to see. Anyway, everybody, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Again, I'm curious what you all think. And if you guys are pulling on Jeume, good on you. I think Jeume is going to be the right choice for a lot of people. For me, though, I'm planning on skipping. So have a good one, everybody. And I will see you probably Tuesday night for the Jeume not pull live stream. So I will see you guys there.